Well, hey, it's Mr. Malte. Part 2 coming at you of our grade 4 read and write activities, which you could use at other grade levels too, but let's rock this out. You know the drill. We're using the triple P, Purple Puzzle Piece, which you can see. Remember, you can click the X if you're not using it, click the purple puzzle piece to make it drop down. Shouldn't be your first time using it. We've already looked at spell check. We've already looked at word prediction, the dictionary that you're not going to use anyway, but maybe you will if you use that. Awesome picture dictionary. I sure love it. But today, play, pause, stop. So anywhere you click, whether you're in a document, on a web page, in a PDF, on slides, all these things, you can use read write. Believe it or not. So just press play.
All over the world, wild places are in trouble.
So second button is pause. Better to use pause than stop because it continues
human population
right where you paused. So that's a good thing to know, as opposed to stopping it and trying to find where you are and clicking your cursor. So play, pause, stop. Often the voice will be too fast, so I highly recommend find those buttons, give it a try, but then come right back because we're going to show you how to do the settings. So I've pressed play. I don't like the voice. I'm going to go over to the 3 dots and my settings, and I'm going to go here. Generally it starts at 50. I like to bring it down to about 35, which is about half of Mr. Malte speed. And the voice, it should be one of the US voices. Don't make it Scottish or anything else, anything strange. If it's Spanish, it'll read the English in a crazy, weird Spanish voice. But I like the female Ava. Press save, and then you can press play with that new voice. So try that out. Your teacher might give you permission to be silly for 3 minutes and 42 seconds and change the speed and the voice accent and all that sort of stuff, just so you know what it's like. But bring it back down to a US English voice at around 35 when you're done. And then we'll look at part 2. Pause, do it. Partie 2. Talking and typing. I love this tool. It's something you should use. I use it all the time. I use it when I'm busy, when I'm listening to a podcast, and I want to get an idea down really quickly. One Stanford University study found that people who are even good at typing with their fingers got up to 5 times faster and up to 150 words a minute with their voices when they were typing. Some authors do their whole books that way. So it's not because you can't type, it's because it is a great way to get thoughts out of your head and onto the paper. A great thing to do, teachers, would be to have students go to a blank doc and say, tell me everything you know about the regions of Canada. And at first they'll be like, I don't know anything. But once you start getting a few little items of information, you'll get a few more. Or regions of Alberta, or any topic, it doesn't matter, but voice to text is super awesome. So, let's do it. It is this tool right here. It's also built into docs, tools, and voice typing. But this is the read write. Same engine, use the same thing. When you click it, hopefully you get a pop-up that pops up, but mine didn't for some weird reason. I'm going to refresh. When things don't work, refresh the page. Hopefully it works now because I'm shooting a video. Would be good. Boop. Waiting. Come on, you could do it. There, come on, Googles. See? Now it's working. And you'll see it do things like that. So get used to triple click, backspace, the undo key, the backspace key, all those things to make your work start again. The thing with voice typing, teachers and students, that I like the most is that you have to have a complete thought. And then you say that thought with the punctuation. You know how students in grade 4 don't use punctuation sometimes? Not you, students, but some students would. We're going to click it. This morning I woke up and I had a coffee. Oh! My cursor was in the wrong spot. Undo, undo. Put it in the right spot. These things will happen to you. This morning I woke up and had a coffee, period. I probably should not have more than one coffee, exclamation point. All right, and just practice. Get a little story down. If you have nothing to say, that's too bad. It can be about anything. It can be about today. It can be about recess, something you're doing this weekend. It could be anything. One fun thing that I like to do is use this kind of funnel idea. If you don't have any ideas, you can come up with like winter, snow, snowball fight. That time I hit Shelly in the face with a snowball when I was in grade 5. Or it could be winter, snow, sledding. That time my sister-in-law broke her tailbone when we were tobogganing. Or winter, snow, and any other story that you have. Or it could be summer and water. And that time I went kayaking and almost drowned. It could be any story like that. It doesn't have to be terrible stories like Mr. Malte has, but you get the idea. If you have no ideas for what kind of story, start with something broad like the world, and then just narrow it down until you have an actual experience to talk about. And if you don't have enough experiences, then you need to live life a little more. And then you'll have stories to tell, right? All right. Use those 2 tools. And then really importantly, this is the final and probably most important thing. And I highly recommend teachers, if you have a piece of writing already, have the students take that piece of paper writing, read it into the Google machine onto a doc like this, and see if they can improve it. Because they will. And students, after you're done your writing, don't go, is it good? You go and press the play button and you tell me, is it good? Your teacher should not be the first person to tell you, hey, you don't have punctuation. You should figure that out by using the play button to figure out if your punctuation is there.
This morning I woke up and had a coffee.
One last thing, teachers, I would give them a paragraph with no punctuation and see if they can use the playback button to figure out where the punctuation should go back in, especially with some of those pesky commas. So good luck with all that. I did have a coffee, so you might have to slow this video down to 0.75. So enjoy. See you in the next one.